Hi everybody, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these beaded berries which you can make into a really cute pair of earrings. So to make a pair of earrings you need your £6 fire line, 2 different colours of size 11 seed beads, you need a beading needle, 2 earring findings, 2 head pins, you'll also need some wire cutters and some round nose pliers as well. So once you've threaded your needle, you can pick up 3 size 11 seed beads in the pink colour and then slide those down and leave about 4 to 6 inch tail, just enough to tie off at the end. And then you want to sew back up through the first bead that you added in the opposite direction in order to make a circle. So next you're going to pick up another seed bead and go directly into the next one along, and again pick up a seed bead and go directly into the next one. On the last one you're going to do the same thing, go into the next bead, and you're also going to go through the one that's sitting right on top of it so that we're ready to start the next round. So now you should have this little triangle, and so this time you're going to pick up 2 seed beads each time. So start with 2 seed beads, you're coming out of this one, skip over the middle one and go through the next bead that's sticking up on the corner. So now do the same again, pick up 2 beads, skip over the middle one and go through the sticking up one on the corner. And then again for the last one, pick up 2 beads, and it's a bit hard to see here but you're just skipping over a bead, going into the next one, and you also want to step up into that one directly above it so that you're ready to start the next round. And I'm really sorry that I went off camera there, I didn't realise. And once you pull it tight, it should start to bunch up together and start to get the right shape. So now for the next round we're going to be putting a bead in between all of those sets of 2 that we just added that I'm pointing out here, and also in the gaps in between those. So there's 6 beads total, so the first one you're going to pick up and go directly into the next bead, and it's going to sit between those 2 that you added, like that. And now you can see that there's a gap, so we're going to pick up a bead, skip over one and go into the next one and fill that gap. And again we're between 2 beads now, we're going to just put a bead right in between them there. And you can probably see now, so we're going to fill that gap. So you move forward a bead every time and add a bead. So once I got to the end of the round, I just picked up the last seed bead, went through the last bead in the round and then stepped up into the next row. And you're just going to do the same again for another row. So you're going to add 6 more beads, putting 1 in between each gap. And here I am again on the last bead, so it's exactly the same. We're going to go through the final one in the row and up into the next one. And then pull it really tight and you should start to see the shape forming like a little cup. And we're going to do the same again. So we're going to add 6 more beads in all of those gaps. All the way around the circle. So again, when I got to the end of the row, I just stepped up so that I'm ready to start another row again. It's really important that you don't miss that. That's where this can go wrong. So now I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to add a bead in all of these gaps, so 6 beads in this row, and now you can just keep adding rows until you're happy with the size, until you've got it as tall as you'd like it to be. So here I'm just doing one more row, and then importantly not forgetting to step up at the end. So then once you've finished that row and moved up into the next one, this is what it should look like. And now I'm going to add my final row. So I'm going to do the same thing again. 1 bead in all the gaps. And then step up like always. And this time pull it really tight. And now we're going to work on closing it together at the top and bringing it all together. So this time I'm going to pick up 1 bead, and you can see the bead that I'm coming out of. I'm going to skip over a bead, go through the next sticking up one, and also through the next sticking up one after that, without adding another bead. And you should see the little bridge of thread there. Then we're going to pick up another bead. Coming out of this one, we're going to go through the next one that's sticking up and the one after that without adding another bead. Just like that. I hope that's clear. And again, you can see the little bridge of thread there. And lastly, we're going to pick up 1 more bead and do the same again. So go into the next one that's sticking up and the one after that, which is the last bead in the round. So we're coming out of this one, going into this next one and the one after, just like that. And so then you're going to step up into that first bead that you added, pull it tight. Now it's a little bit difficult to see, but here's the 3 beads that we just added in the last row, and you just want to go through those 3 beads. On your piece you should be able to see they should be sticking up, and when you pull it together it looks like this. It just brings it all together. And then you're going to go through them 3 beads again a couple of times to really secure it. So now we've got the shape of our berry, and we just need to add the green. Okay, so I've picked up 6 of my green seed beads, and you can see the bead that we're coming out of on the top in that little triangle of 3 beads. We're going to go directly into the next bead along, just like that. Pull it tight, and there you have one little leaf or stalk. And then do the same thing 2 more times. So pick up 6 beads and sew directly into the next bead in the little circle, or triangle I should say. So So finally pick up my last 6 beads and go through the last bead in the little triangle and pull it really tight, and so that's it. I think this one's really cute. I think it looks a bit like, less like a berry because of the colours I've chosen, and more like some kind of root vegetable. I don't know, let me know what you think. So once you've added all your leaves, you just want to sew your thread back down through your piece, tying any knots until it's really secure, and then you can cut off that thread. Now you want to turn your piece to the bottom and find the 3 beads that you started with. That should be where your tail thread's coming out of. And then just put your needle in between them and just move it around a bit to make the hole a little bit bigger. And then you want to take your head pin or ball head pin and drop it into the hole and manoeuvre it around until you can get it to come out directly opposite in the centre of the top. Like that. It should come through pretty easily. And once you've done that, you can tie off your tail thread, and we're nearly finished. So now we just need to cut off some excess wire off of the head pin, and I'm going to take off just a small amount, maybe centimetre, maybe less. It's completely up to you how big you want your loop, or if you want to make wire wrap it, make it look a bit fancier. I'm just going to do a simple small loop using round nose pliers, and make sure you hold it really tight and make sure the head pin is right up to the bottom of the berry when you do this. And I'm going to leave it open just a little bit and then take my earring hook and just hook it on there. And then all I need to do is just use my pliers just to close the loop. Okay, so that's the finished earring. I think it's really sweet. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller than the others that I've made before. It just depends what seed beads you use. You can also make this using size 8 or size 6. You might just want to use a bit of a firmer thread so that it holds its shape just as well. If you do make them, I'd love to see. Tag me on Instagram at beading by Hannah. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful, and I'll see you soon. Bye.